Yeah, hi everybody, welcome back. We're now in the other section of the Balls Green Quarry. Like I said, there's notable sections, it depends on where you've been on the channel. And obviously quite well known to be very unstable, which is why I'm in here being an idiot. And yeah, this is the larger one of the sections. There's another section. I'm not really going to say too much about it. If you watch the first episode, you'll know that that was the smaller section. A lot of debris, rumblings going on. Like I said, I'm not going to fancy film anything today for any of you. Don't really see the point, because it is dangerous, and if it's dangerous I need to concentrate. So just trying to go on my memory here. So yeah, obviously you've had your history lesson on the first one. No idea that this stone had been used for Houses of Parliament, and also sections of a Gloucester Cathedral. Sophie is with me today, by the way, but for some form of relative safety, kept Sophie at the top, so that, to be fair, if something does happen, not really much I can do, regardless. Okay, I think today is a question of how much do we do. I've just realised I've turned away from a section that we could go to. Just trying to get my bearings a little bit, which is always the tricky bit. You can also hear a lot of water recess. And yeah. There you go. See the entrance at the back there? This is hugely extensive. I'm sure there's going to be sections that I'm going to miss out on, because it is just rather large, everyone. I think the rule of thumb today is, because we've already done part one and we've spoken about the history, and I said, as per usual, this is why it's so dangerous. Why you should never really look up. Because if you look up, you realise what is importantly holding it up. Well, you never really want to do it again. Piece of corroded metal there that's holding up a massive slab. Arrows which guide the way back. Like I said, a lot of people have explored this one. This is obviously a larger one, so it's quite a prized one to do. Most explorers and cavers alike, which is why I'm keeping it very simple today, because it is me on my own. Hello everybody. This way. Follow the arrows on the way back. Which is why we're not going to do many detours today. I just want to clarify that. I'm on my own. No intention really wanting to get lost. Because if I get lost, who knows? It might take me a while to get out. I just don't want to stay in here any longer than I need to for today. I've done enough mines in the past to keep me satisfied with my exploring. It's just for a change thought, like, let's just record it for a change. Never actually recorded a don't really an extensive one before. No, I haven't. So I'm used to myself. Following those tracks. We'll go round. I think. Volvic bottle. Like I said, a lot of people have done this. Let's walk round. And it's one of these ones that you want to. You'd be grateful to do some really cool camera shots, but not today. We're just going to keep it really simple. The most important thing is that safety first, as best as possible, and common sense. If it's too dangerous, you don't continue. It's as simple as that. Nice, they've left them there. Like part of the old tram tracks, which are here. I've got my boots on. Look at that. Imagine the noise down there. Sound of the rails. All that heavy stone on them. Crazy. See, this is the thing. When you start taking a left or a right, you're conscious. You'll make your way back. Tell you what, go back on this main bit here. We'll have a look down there. So cool. Very conscious also sometimes when I'm down in these places to use words like cool and stuff like that, because I don't really want to glorify the idea of what exploring is, especially for me. Mine is in essence a form of documentation. As best as documentation can be, knowing that there are a lot of people who have explored these before, probably filmed better versions of them. Talk of the devil. So those people have put their names down. Fellow explorers. Handy again, the arrows pointing back, which we know. So we know this second one, Bull's Quarry, is quite a tab below, lovely. In memory of DPB's private collection, interred below, rest in peace. Yeah, not going to really, I'm not here to disturb anything. So let's do some walking. Like I said, got the right shoes on. Handy again that there's arrows. More writing. Hoping on this one to see some machinery, but don't really know. Debate when you come down these bits as well is which direction to fall on. It's a feeling when you come down here doing this on your own. Yet strangely familiar for me because I've pretty much been doing it most of my life. Exploring my own. And even though I know Sophie's out there on the other side, there's only so much that comfort that's going to give you, knowing that any moment something's going to collapse. Example. What foot am I going to use? That foot. He's a rather large one. Quarry was. Wow, that's a mega drop. I'm going down that way. Hard to tell how recent some of these collapses have been. I dread to think. No, right. It's going to lead us into a circle. So this is where we're going to slightly get a little bit lost. To a degree. See how this is completely collapsed. So we negotiate going under it in hopes that it can hold out for us when we come back. Yeah. Wow. Very similar to the Box Hill mining sequence, similar to Godstone if you've done those. I know a lot of cavers will have done these. Very familiar. I know that people will complain about me not wearing a hard hat, but the way I look at it is, if it collapses and if it collapses and you fall with it, I'm going to probably be pretty out of it, enough that even a hard hat's not exactly going to excite me too much. Ooh. Somebody just saw that as a bat, McDonald's. So obviously we've seen bats now. Do you want to note we are out of hibernation season? Not that's not going to get any people worried about me doing this. Try to be as respectful as possible. Let's just try not to disturb them. As always with these types of things, it is pretty much at your own risk. I know that when I put these types of videos out, there's plenty of other videos on this site, so all I can say is just don't be an idiot, but you know, I think that just puts us in a circle. Got a feeling. think so. Crazy, isn't it? Do this. Try and get up. There we go. It's handy when you've got grippy boots. Yeah. So I know where I am now. Oh, so's that bat. So leave that bat alone. We came forward. You turn left. So it's at the far end of one. Well, almost. Didn't really fancy climbing through anything that looked pretty dodgy even for me. Realised that the older I've gotten, the more I just don't want the hassle of, you know, having something caving on top of me. To be fair, there's our arrows to direct us back. Don't worry, we're going to. We pretty much know where we are now. I think the question is, I know there's going to be people going, "Oh, you could have carried on." I think if you'd like to pause that bit, where it's looked like I couldn't, then yeah, I'm okay with it at my age now. Like I said, done plenty of these mines, got nothing to prove. It's just rare that I film them, but hey, look. Yeah. Again, knowing that there's probably some bats, so let's try not to disturb too many of them. We're only going to be as long as we can be. Oh, that's where we haven't gone down. Let's do it. November 22. To be honest with you, there's more likelihood of me stacking it and hurting myself than there is something falling down. Either way, it's a risk. This is huge. Kind of knew it would be though. Conscious of looking at my battery on my camera now because I might be running out. Broken glass. Another corridor. B. Wow. Not ideal. 1988. Oh no, 88 years. Well, I remember me and Soph were sort of saying, should we do this and not film it? I was always worried about encouraging you all. I was like, actually, no, I think it's time that we try and do at least something that we can show people. People have had a picnic down here. Tea lamps. Dead end this way. Ancient cave graffiti, not. Amazing, all these explorers love putting their mark on things. See what we can do here without falling over. second. Looking at my battery life, which is slowly depleting, and yeah, too many boulders. Not really fancying an ankle break down here today. 21 minutes. Right. Shine a lot on people's graffiti just in case it is offensive and I've not noticed it. Right. Pots and pans. "23 minutes in. Still not done it all. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's just crazy how extensive this all is. But not surprising when you think of all the other mines that we have. Caution's obviously the greatest example, that whole area of Wiltshire. You know. And yeah, just really cool. Let's get back. Sometimes I feel like a bit of a mountain goat when I do that. Just basically using my feet. Oh. All the gauge tracks around. Get slippery along the way. Most important thing is that my torch is doing pretty well and it's illuminating amazingly, which is why I bought it here with us on these explores. It's probably going to be a lot in Gloucester that I'm not going to film. Going to go back to the start. Say hello to Soph. And then I'm going to tackle going down there in a minute. Have a look down there. Oh dear, burp. And yeah, pretty cool. Right. Bear with. Just had to check in with Soph. We do this thing where we have like a time limit set out for us. So I think most of you don't really realise the fact that I'm literally on my own most of the time when I do this stuff. and I kind of don't mind it a lot of the time. But me and Sophie have got a pact where, you know, we have a certain time limit for certain things. We know that this quarry, for example, is extensive. We know that. We're not going to hide that fact from anybody. So it just depends what time we allot ourselves, really. But that's how we do it. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate in this video anyway, so beautiful or not. Here comes the end. We have on that one. Sophie's just politely informed me that the weather is on the turn. There's a lot of smell of burning here. And it's crazy though, because I think we're going to be done for this one today. Realised that we've gone on for about 20 plus minutes and we've explored enough of it to sort of give you a flavour. And I know that that's all we're going to do on this quarry today. So a bit of a two-parter. Missing out the other section for the moment. It's basically a matter of timing. You got to understand, we are not local at all. And time, unfortunately, is always against us. If we were solely doing this today, yeah, fine. But we're really not. And we have to, hopefully you got a bit of respect for that, everybody out there, because we are against it time-wise. Let's have a look up here. So all the passages are numbered. Let's see if we can look through this one. Blimey. Big old chamber. Yep. Very similar to Godstone. Like I said before, the old mines, I'm not giving away stuff people don't know already. Different, obviously, formation and stuff, but yeah. There you go. Right. Amazing, you can see the two posts that mark where it would have been erected, the beams. See, one that's been completely smashed away. Yeah. Remarkable. Alright everyone, I'm going to meet you at the top. Hello everybody. So we took some, long story short, we had to wrap it up fairly short. As you can probably imagine, my battery life on my Osmo was going. So I don't know how many minutes we got. I think it was probably about 25.
You don't know what?
Yeah, it's got about 25 minutes worth of footage, which was just as is, not edited at all, except for when I came and saw you.
Yep.
So I was going to go down that passage. There is more, as you are well aware, probably down there. We went back in. Sophie went back in, and there are some photos of that, of her going further in. And what we did was we took a few photos on the other side of the passage. We're not sure whether we'll release them properly or not. We'll probably, whether, because the idea is that this is part 2, as you're probably aware. Part 1 we've already done. Mm-hmm. And yeah, the idea was that I went in, and obviously Sophie, you'll see in the photos, because photos prove stuff. They weren't edited, it wasn't anything conspiratorial. In fact, there's some really cool ghost orbs in some of them. You know, yeah. Anyway, if you believe in that, it's dust. It's just dust. And we saw a bat. I just want to apologise for the fact that I'm not going to, you know, we did see a bat down there. He's outside of bat season, and hopefully I was respectful as possible. I just woke him up a little bit, but he was still in there, bless him, hanging on, just flapping about happily. So please apologise for that. But we are at bat season, and there's also no signs to say that there are bats in there. I know there probably would have been anyway. But just trying to cover all bases. As you know on my channel, this is rare that we do mines anymore. I was sort of saying whilst I was in there that obviously I've done a fair few mines in my past, but actually it's rare that I've got to film them. And this is an experiment in a strange way, that we're filming this one properly to see what the reaction's like. Because if we get idiot comments, we're going to be like, right, well, we're not going to film any more mines from now on, and we're just going to keep them to ourselves. Yeah. And Sophie won't put any photos up of any of our mining explores either, because we don't want to if you're going to be like idiots and go, oh, you know, I'm going to go down there and do whatever, it's like, that's not the point.
No, be respectful. They are not safe places.
So it's up to you. If you want to ruin it for everybody else in the comment section, go for it. And then we'll just keep doing what I've always done in my channel, which is never film them and just keep them to myself and have my little record of them. But we're going to try it, and we're going to hope that you are kind enough out there now. We're giving you a chance, YouTube. My wonderful community. Do I sound like I'm having a go at them?
You are a little bit.
I really don't mean that. I love all of you. I'm not trying to, though. Anyway, the battery's literally going to die. And in more words of Think's History, thank you so much for coming on with us. Sophie's got an amazing Instagram page. I think you should check that out. And I think you should give her lots of likes and love, because she's been doing some mines. And she's not a fan of them.
I'm not a dwarf.
So, yes. But she's with me. And
More elf.
hopefully you trusted me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So,
Let's go gallivanting in the woods instead.
okay, sounds like a plan. Take care, everybody. Love to all of you out there, because history matters. You ready? Kapow.